Chronic, nice double tap. Holy cow. We stopped watching for 1 second. I think we're exclusively watching Stealth. Match number 2 of the night. Team Chronic versus Team Stealth. Once again, we've got only 2 players who have played on the stream before playing the 1v1s. Ready to go at it again. So we set them up as the team captains, the guys we know and love. Actually, I take that back. We've actually played Hydro. Hydro has played before. He played in like 1 gauntlet, I think, so 1 game. So he's played before, and Evan has been around. He just hasn't played in our 1v1 games. So we got a little bit more familiar faces here to start out the second crew battle. Oh, we got music on. We can't have that. Team Chronic got the first pick. Oh no, not the first pick. The Stealth Team Stealth got the first pick of this round. Team Stealth picked his boy Evan. Stealth and Evan seem to be good buds. Chronic took Hydro and Extinguish, which left LMC on the orange team. Now, this is something that I've been talking about, and I think my theory is going to turn out to be true. Extinguish is going to get the first goal for the blue team, and that kind of falls into what I was talking about. I think a team that doesn't have Chronic really needs to win the 3v3 and the 2v2. Both of them. Because I just have a hard time imagining that Chronic is going to get taken down in 1s very often. Assuming Team Chronic picks him for the 1v1s. It seems like a no-brainer to me. But let's say it goes into the 1v1s, even tied 1-1. Chronic should be able to, nice shot from LMC off the backboard. Chronic should be able to take the 1v1 game and then put his team up 2-1. The losing team can pick whatever they want. Doesn't matter, because if they win, they're going to have to play 1v1 again against Chronic. So it seems like when you're going up against these high level 1s players, you have to prevent the other team being able to control what happens. Nice shot from LMC. Off of a hit in the corner. So you're guessing you aren't allowed to join the match and spectate? Yeah, no. That would only confuse things. Chronic, nice double tap. Holy cow. We stopped watching for 1 second. I think we're exclusively watching Stealth. And Chronic is going to do it all himself. Nice flip reset, double tap. Holy cow, this play is actually way more insane than I originally noticed. As Chronic is absolutely crushing it. Evan to that ball early. Double commit from the team in blue. Hydro's flick makes it just past. Chronic backboard defense. Stealth trying to keep it in the box. Almost double tap to himself. But Extinguish trying to set it out to midfield to his buds. LMC up to Stealth. Chronic is able to tap it away. Little bumps between the blue team as the blue team getting a little scattered in their own net, leaving Chronic to do it all. Luckily, the orange team's not taking it in time. Chronic setting up another solo play. He's going to solo play the 3s as well as the 1s and 2s. Nice setup as this potential save gets dunked away. Evan chipping it up to Stealth. Nice team play here. Back to LMC, full team, to get that 3rd goal. That's what we like to see in the 3v3 setup. I'm almost just blind to all the sweet things that can happen in 3s and 2s. I've been casting 1v1s for many years, almost exclusively. Nice pass play. Down from Stealth to Evan for a 4th. Chronic trying his best to just gain control at midfield, but Stealth had the read early. He's going to make a nice play to set it up easy for Evan. Yeah, Feer, unfortunately you can't anchor a text level using the right side regardless of which side the text is aligned to. Are you serious, man? You looked into Streamlabs for me? That's too bad. 3v3 and 2v2 are way more exciting. I don't know, I kind of like 1v1s the most. Nice play by Chronic as he once again tries to go for a solo play to take his team to victory here. Team Orange is so far doing what I think is required of them if they want to take the series, as they were going to need to take games 1 and 2. Hey, thank you so much, Zath. I appreciate it, man. I'm just glad that you guys are having fun and we found maybe something that people are interested in. Created this almost on a whim, and it seems like people kind of like the idea, so we'll see how it goes. LMC off the back wall, double save. 3-on-1 situation, but none of them can get around the ball, so it's actually going to end up being a pretty easy save for Evan, as all of them were so low boost. Chronic once again setting up a play to himself. Another double tap off the back wall, saved away. Long shot from Evan, extinguish. Has no trouble tapping it away. Double tap from him. Chronic is too fast. He passes it over LMC. Another situation where he's up against 2 defenders all alone. 47 seconds left, and the blue team is going to need to see 2. Extinguish has an opportunity to put an easy bucket in. Not enough boost for the defender in net. And Chronic has just been absolutely a nuisance on offense. He has refused to leave the offensive pressure. And he's going to set up an easy one for his team there. Just curious, you're going to do the game 3 after you put in the info or before? I'm going to do maybe I'll do the game 3 queue before, you're right, so we can get people set up. We'll see. Just stick around. I guess you have to stick around to find out. "13 seconds left. Blue team has one last opportunity. They have this ball in a good situation. Extinguish actually kind of just slams it to the side wall. Hydro trying to set up to midfield to Chronic. Chronic gets there early. This one's floating in the air. Evans almost there. Accidentally keeping up, but it will hit the ground. And game number 1 will go to Team Stealth. Team Stealth is picking Stealth and LMC. Team Chronic is playing Chronic and Hydro. I'm just having fun as a spectator, basically, at this point, watching these 3s and 2s. Hopefully, we'll find a groove eventually. For casting, LMC, nice solo play to set it up for Stealth, but Stealth waits just a little bit too patiently. He's not able to make a play. This net seems open for Chronic. The counterattack left LMC all alone. Stealth maybe wasn't able to grab boost back in that corner. Before you know it, it's a passing play right outside the box. Such a hard save from LMC. Has to try and predict where that one's going to end up. Stealth had not come back on defense since that dribble. I don't know if he had missed out on some boost or what. Hydro and Chronic are going to fake kickoff. Hydro up to Chronic perfectly. Trying to set up a double tap to himself. LMC is able to keep it away, and Stealth needs to get up to continue it out. Lots of space for the orange team now, but a high pop is going to stick with them. The pass off the backboard is too easy. Chronic double taps to clear it away. LMC trying to play slow into his own dribble. His flick can't make it past Hydro. Stealth over 1, maybe over 2 as well. Hydro's so patient, he's going to end up own goaling it. Hydro looked like he had an opportunity to take this one away on this first bounce, but he decided to play it extra patient. Ends up just slamming it in his own goal. I don't think LMC got there. Yeah, Stealth gets the goal. Interesting decision from him to play as slow and opportunistic as he did, leaving the open opportunity for Stealth. Chronic doing it all by himself. It's not 1v1, but it might as well be the way this guy's able to put goals in on his own. He takes this one off the wall, pass to himself, easy double tap, has both the defenders up in the air, and neither of them can get there as Chronic takes the lead. Yo, Singe, we can get you some VIP, dude. No doubt about it. You're here all the time, man. I think we're also going to make a point system to get VIP. Where if you save up your points enough, you can just buy VIP. Chronic trying his best to get a difficult Doomsday Dish off the wall. He gets back in time to cut off this pass. He was instantly there to make sure Stealth had no options over to LMC, which just makes the defending job of his teammate so much easier. And Chronic is going to set up a flick and take out the defender. Doing it all by himself. Flick over one. Slamming the defender for the second. And another solo go for Chronic is going to put his team up 3-1. $420K for mod. Hydro flip reset. Chronic was just looking to take away defenders. LMC still had no trouble saving it away. Stealth's trying to play it a little bit too fast. Ends up getting too much separation between him and the ball, which means an easy turn from Hydro is going to stop him out. Stealth playing fast here. Squeezing it over Chronic in the corner. Hydro, nice 50-50. Chronic's on the run. Is he going to be able to get to this one before? He tried to go for an insane like wheel ride or whatever. I think to get there in time, that might have been the only way he was going to do it. Nice long shot, though, from LMC as this travels almost the entirety of the map for his second goal. Pass off the backboard from LMC is tapped away from Hydro. But not well enough as the net just gets left completely open. Let's see what Chronic was doing during this. Oh, he was so sure that Hydro was going to be able to get this ball out of danger's way. And in the process, left an open net for Stealth to take easily. LMC, his dribble pop over Hydro, or over Chronic, is saved away by Hydro. Tied 3-3, minute 38 left. What a nice save from Stealth. On the long shot from Chronic, just touched out so early and was still able to connect on the double. Chronic left in net, but Stealth can't do anything about it. Low boost. Air dribble from Chronic. 50-50 from Chronic, as Chronic refuses to lose, putting his team back up 4-3. Nice play there, though, by, who was it, LMC? I forget who was on Team Blue. Hydro. Nice play by Hydro, though, to keep LMC out of the play. Something that might not have been noticed there is the way he really cut off all the convenient places for LMC to play defense from. Meaning LMC was going to have to try and take it off the wall, which he did do a good enough job to get close, but not good enough to actually keep the 50 out. But a nice setup and important play from both of them, not just Chronic, despite him getting most of the flash and the goal. Hydro definitely doing his part in clearing out the space. LMC pass high. Both blue defenders up in the air. This one floating easily in front of the net. Double commit and a big whiff. Might actually end up leaving the ball in a better situation than it would have been. Hydro had an open long shot, but with no boost. Panicked just a little bit. Slammed it off the back wall. Chronic trying to get a flip reset and taking it low. Chronic over one. Fake to get LMC up in the air, but LMC is able to float long enough to make sure he saves this one away. Chronic is going to keep the pressure on, though, with 16 seconds left. No reason to let the other team get anything started. Defense by offense, he says. But now Hydro is set up in a shadowing defensive position. Both of them just barely able to keep this one out. Stealth still has an opportunity. This one is landing just in front of the net. So close to Team Stealth tying it back up. But Chronic, Hydro, and Extinguish will take game number 2. no surprise that we see Chronic playing for Team Chronic in the 1v1. But LMC we've yet to see in the ones arena. Almost certainly we are expecting to see some Chronic versus Stealth. But Team Stealth has picked LMC. Sometimes it might be worth mixing it up against a 1v1 player as dominant on the scene as Chronic, who has played lots of ones. Sometimes getting thrown a very talented non-ones main ends up throwing him off course. Just like right now, LMC is going to go up 1-0, so maybe Team Stealth knows exactly what they're doing as they take the lead 1-0. Let me see who hit us with the follow there. Omar is sexy 124. Thanks for the follow. LMC with a kickoff win. Chronic was asking if LMC is a ones main. He did not respond. You can always expect to get a little bit of in-game chat from Chronic. Nice demo from him, and he's going to be able to let this one slowly roll in, although there's not really an incentive for him to score it slow, because he's down 1 and needs to just tie it up and give himself more time to take the lead. The higher scoring the game, the more scoring in general, the more I would think it would favor the more talented 1v1 player, which you'd have a really hard time saying it's not Chronic in this one. So I think Chronic would just want to play as fast as possible, especially when he's playing from down. But now that he's up, he can do almost whatever he wants. Nice kickoff mix-up from him. Omar is a cutie with a big booty. Wow. Couple big Omar fans. Are you guys talking about Omar like the Omar that plays ones? What's up? Instant kickoff goal for LMC. Chronic was maybe mixing it up just a little bit too much. Omar Matone. I think that kickoff's not going to work on the diagonal kickoffs, Chronic. But what do I know? You're the top 100 1v1 player, not me. LMC finding a wide open net situation. Chronic maybe trying to take that ball over to the boost, but realizing a little bit too late that LMC was going to challenge him early. Chronic can play this one relaxed, maybe, but I'm surprised not to see just a little bit more try hard out of him. You never know, maybe LMC really is just mixing it up that much, but it does seem like Chronic is going for something crazy every time. This double flip reset will hit the back of the net, even though he doesn't get to use the second flip. LMC's kickoff not going to be able to be shot on net. Chronic is back in time to tap it away. This one will be nice. Chronic bounce dribble. Just kidding. He's taking it to the air. Just like the old Chronic we know and love. Or the new Chronic. I forget at this point. He's trying to tell us he was playing like the old Chronic, new Chronic. What is it? Who knows? We just know that Chronic likes to take it to the air and flip reset. (50-50) at midfield. LMC must be on low boost as he headbacks into his own corner. This high flick gets saved away. LMC just dancing on the back wall, waiting for the shot from Chronic. Crossbar down and out. Chronic trying to set it up to himself. LMC playing it as calm and collected as he can, but Chronic is still in full control as he's able to force him out of boost at midfield. Big, huge fake! Big, huge fake, as we say. That's definitely something we say all the time. Anyways, this fake is humongous. As LMC just dives and turns around, Chronic goes flying, and LMC will tie it back up 4-4. LMC proving to be a worthy opponent here, as he is just a couple goals away from putting Chronic away. Chronic once again just kind of leaving open opportunities. It almost feels like Chronic is beating himself a little bit more than LMC is beating him, but LMC is doing well to take every opportunity that Chronic gives him, as he is showing Chronic that he needs to be on his game if he wants to take him down. Ripping chat for the fake Avi, I know. Too bad, as that was obviously a fake. LMC dribble. His first kind of free opportunity to set up a play of his own. Mostly he's just been scoring on counterattacks on opportunities given to him by Chronic, which is not a bad way to play 1v1, especially when playing against a style as risky as the boy in blues. Chronic off the corner. Is he going to be able to take this one all the way back to net? Looking like he just might. Nice 50 as he gets the flip reset, but can't use it to get the ball back online. The pre-flip from him to tap it out of dangerous way, but LMC will start his dribble. He's not able to find the back of the net, so instead he'll try and maintain possession by passing it back to himself. Interesting decision to leave it at midfield, though, giving Chronic the free shot. LMC is playing very patient, and with a minute 30 left, the pressure is on Chronic to find a way to score. Flip reset just outside the box, can't use it. So he'll take it back to the ground. Well placed, high, top shelf, but LMC keeps it out. Chronic trying to body LMC out of the way and potentially get a reverse touch there in the last moments. Chronic, air dribble, gets a little bit too far ahead of it, gets the bump. LMC is not going to be able to get back in time. And he's going to give Chronic the nice shot. Nothing else to do when you get ahead of that ball than just search for the defender in net. And Chronic does it perfectly to tie it up 5-5. Stealth's power went out. Well, if Team Stealth goes down, I have a feeling they're not going to be picking 3v3. Nice save from LMC. Long shot should be in. And LMC is doing what he needs to take the win for Team Stealth, as he continues to handle the attacks by Chronic and score on the counterattack. Zaf set it up to himself. Holy, I thought he was putting that off the backboard, but instead he just absolutely rips 107 km/h banger top corner, and all of a sudden, with 34 seconds left, it'd be hard not to predict LMC winning this 1v1. Chronic taking just a little bit too long to get into this one, and LMC is going to show him that he is no joke. Chronic playing a little bit more patient. He's going to try and low 50 this one, but with each passing second, he might end up losing. He knew what he was doing as he set up a perfect opportunity for himself just outside the box. Still 7-6 in favor of LMC. 21 seconds left. That shot truly was nuts. That power shot from LMC was absolutely nasty. But possession in the last few moments is going to go to Chronic. He's going to start the dribble. Early flick because he thought he saw LMC coming to challenge, but he did not. LMC just needs to boom this one out. Interesting decision, actually. I almost would have liked to see him play it slow because Chronic was ready for the move. Oh no, he left this one wide open, but the ball's going to hit the ground, and Chronic is not even going to try and get to it, as LMC is going to win the 1v1 for Team Stealth, meaning Chronic, Hydro, and Extension get to pick the game mode for game number 4. Chronic elects to have the rematch. Team Chronic, consisting of Chronic, Hydro, and Extinguish, think their best chance is putting Chronic back up in the 1v1 against LMC. They think they can take it this time. Stealth, the underlying story that not everybody knows, is Stealth lost power. So, interesting decision if Team Chronic had actually picked 3v3. I'm not sure what we would have done about that. We maybe would have had to sub somebody in. I don't really know how that's going to work in the future if somebody ends up having to leave or not play. But right now, Chronic has said, give me a second shot. I think I can take him. LMC playing really well, and a very good counterattack style in game number 3. And now we're headed to game number 4. Chronic trying to play defense off the top of his net and is not able to. LMC is going to retake the lead yet again. Chronic kickoff win. He absolutely should be able to get a first goal here to tie it back up. I think we're going to see a lot less craziness here from Chronic as he tries to make sure that he secures this one. Maybe didn't realize just how talented LMC was. Thought he could waltz into game number 3 win and wasn't able to. Are you always this borderline obnoxious? Chronic passed to himself on the back wall, saved away from LMC, and LMC, if he can play this one fast, should be able to tap this one in, but Chronic's recovery is just so insane. He actually might take this all the other way. How did this happen? It seemed like LMC almost had an open opportunity, but Chronic was so fast on the recovery, he was able to get around it. Oh, LMC just went all in on that back corner boost. He thought for sure Chronic was going to try and grab it. So he thought it'd be a good idea to steal it from him, but Chronic says, you go for that, man. I will take the open net that you just left for me. Chronic flip reset. Used at the perfect time. We'll put him up 3-1. Chronic getting a kickoff win as he is up 3-1. Has scored 3 in a row since going down 1-0. He's going to try and keep possession. He throws the sorry out to LMC for it, though. LMC taking this around the world a bit. Trying to maintain the boost, but Chronic is able to get the one at midfield. This shot is not on. Chronic will be able to pinch it away. Chronic should still have lots of boost that he picked up at midfield. It shouldn't be an issue for him. LMC, nice 50-50 using his wheels, and Chronic goes flying by. I don't think LMC even really meant to fake there. I just don't think he had an opportunity to flip just yet, as Chronic tries to recover so fast, just a little bit too fast, as he misses that ball by an absolute hair. And LMC is going to get his second. LMC heading into the corner, trying to get Chronic to lead by taking the corner boost, and it works. Nice dribble from him. Looking like he was going for a little night owl bump action, but wasn't able to connect on it. Chronic the other way with lots of space. Yeah, he should be able to take a long shot here. Chronic is going to be able to flick it all the way down the field. Kind of an all-in demo attempt there from LMC, so when he didn't connect, Chronic had no trouble slamming in the wide open net. Not an easy shot for us average humans. But for these top-level players, they can just line up the 100km/h flick and let it fly. Chronic trying to set up a double tap. Off the back wall, did not read the backboard bounce correctly, but is so fast on the recovery. LMC wasn't able to grab boost off kickoff. But he still should be able to secure this one. Crossbar down and a second tap. Gives LMC another bucket. LMC doing what he's done all game, just being on absolute searches for boost to try and keep Chronic starved. It's worked in some cases and been his downfall in others. Just barely saved away from Chronic. LMC is trying to get ahead of the game and just take it into his own corner before Chronic is able to. This pass off the corner is not even attended to by Chronic at all as he immediately heads over to the boost. If only LMC was able to get the dribble he wanted. Oh my goodness, Psionics, please, fix the demos. LMC, wide open net. Completely missed, but he should be able to get the second touch. As LMC, the sleeper ones player, bringing it back 4-4. If LMC can win this one, he will secure it for Team Stealth, which is absolutely unprecedented. and make me look like a complete idiot based on what I said earlier, thinking that Chronic was going to be able to take away any series in which he would be allowed to play 2 1v1s. But right now, he's playing his second 1v1, and LMC is up 5-4. Chronic trying to mix up the kickoff. It's going to cost him a goal. 6-4 in favor of LMC. Chronic just cannot figure it out right now. This is not an unprecedented thing, though. I think these ones mains sometimes have a hard time figuring out the way that non-ones mains are going to play. Because at the end of the day, all these guys are so good at this game. Sometimes all you need is a little bit of a mix-up and playing outside the meta. Although this is the second game, it's time to start maybe not making excuses for LMC at all and maybe just say he's as good as it looks. Chronic flip reset, saved away from LMC. LMC doing what he does best, diving in deep for the boost. Trying to play fast, he's going to take yet another one. Keeping Chronic starved, and that is the right way to play against a player who likes to play as fast-paced and as aerial-based as Chronic does. Chronic ground shot just too fast for LMC. This is how you mix it up. Chronic takes these in the air every single time, so he decides to take it low, and LMC wasn't ready for it. He almost adjusted in time, but notice the way he was playing defense on the wall was set up high in the air, as Chronic had essentially slowly trained him that he would be taking it high every time, setting himself up for this moment to take it low and score his 5th goal. Nice flick from Chronic, and all of a sudden it's tied back up. 1v1s, the tide can turn so quickly, especially off of a nice kickoff that Chronic sets himself in a great position. LMC defending a little bit of the back wall as opposed to the inner parts of his net. Interesting kickoff from Chronic, but he's able to get back to it in time. Long shot is really just trying to buy himself some time. LMC gets the demo, but will he be able to shoot this one on net? He's not even really focused on getting to the ball. And Chronic's going to save it away. I don't know if you thought he was going to try and demo Chronic when he spawned or what, but it felt like there was maybe an opportunity to shoot there. 10 seconds left, and Chronic's looking like he's going to get the last opportunity. LMC takes it away. LMC potentially has the angle here. Chronic is back in time. This one's floating dangerously in the way, though. LMC might have done better to just stay on the ground. Chronic's up to take it away. And into overtime, will either of these guys change up their kickoff for overtime? Looking like Chronic might have an open opportunity. This one is stopped out, pushed off the corner from LMC. Chronic trying to keep the pressure on. His backflip gets him to the boost and maintains possession. LMC challenging from the high ground is not going to be enough. Chronic will be able to finish it, as he just cannot find the 50-50 he needs. But a nice 1v1 display from LMC to go 1-1 with Chronic and forcing Chronic to win his second one in overtime. Game 5. Chronic and who did Chronic have play with him? Extinguish. Chronic and Extinguish are going to play Evan and LMC. To see who's taking the second match of the crew battle 6-mans. Evan's actually able to push Chronic into it and get the, what's it called? Pool shot. Chronic, nice 50. But just slammed into it by LMC. I don't know why they gave it to Evan. The Johnski bump as Team Stealth's going to go up 1. Nice play from LMC. It's time to start watching out for this guy LMC, as he is trying to show us just how good of a player he is. Another 1v1 situation for him between him and Chronic, and he's able to capitalize. LMC not afraid as his team goes up 2-0. Evan's air dribble Nowhere close. LMC just trying to take it off the wall to prevent blue team possession. Chronic. His solo dribble flick is saved away. Extinguish to follow it up, though. Well placed from him. Chronic forcing out the tough save. Orange team, no option but to put it high. And Extinguish with a quick read. Putting a screamer on net to break the seal for them. Evan almost slamming it in his own net. Chronic's going to try and take it off the corner, but LMC has the read long before Chronic can get started. Evan trying to challenge Chronic away, but the low 50-50 take control. Open net potential. LMC letting that one fall just a little bit too far in front of his net. LMC looking like a hard carry for Team Stealth. Interesting decision from Team Stealth to play Stealth and Evan when LMC looks to be pretty cracked. Chronic flip reset. Double tap, not quite in. Can he set this one up for Extinguish? No, he can't. Chronic continuing to try and play defense from midfield. This time it seems like it's going to punish him. Not going for the full retreat very often as he prefers to try and keep the pressure on. Evan with the drop pass down to LMC, and Extinguish is just flipping to no man's land in the corner. Not aware of the danger he was in, as he needed to challenge that ball immediately if he wanted to have any chance at stopping out the third goal. Extinguished to Chronic. Chronic trying to set himself up for another tap. Evan is able to prevent the triple tap and take it away. What do you mean it was 2's you and LMC? Oh, was it? I thought it was you and Evan. My bad. I forget. You'll have to correct me over and over and over again. See, the thing is, it's no longer just two people playing in the game, so obviously it's impossible to track. Extinguish out the Chronic. Chronic well placed, but off the crossbar and not quite in. LMC lobbing it, giving a long clear. Buy himself some time. Takes out Chronic in midfield, so Extinguish dives on the challenge, knowing that he had Chronic spawning behind him. Twos is such a solo play focus game type. It seems like the way to score is to have one person try and solo play and beat out two people, leaving it open for the second guy. Chronic certainly seems to be the pioneer of that strategy as he's trying to take control. The crowd wants a Johnski from Evan, especially as we get late in this game. If he is up and we don't see at least one Johnski attempt, Chad is going to be appalled. Nice play here from LMC to corral this and bring it back to Evan at midfield. A little pinch action. Only a 32 km/h goal, they say, but that's just because it came off the crossbar and back down. Really good placement from these guys. Chronic giving him the compliments. Y'all are cracked. Truly, LMC is playing out of his mind. Might be a sleeper to watch out for. Or a sleeper just because he's not one of the few people who have played on our stream before. Especially considering he played so well in 1v1s. Where has he been all our lives? The shot from Extinguish is not in, but the follow-up from Chronic is. You're 1803s. Can you get the roll? Yes, you can. If you want to, if Buried Living is around, you can rank check with him. Just send him like a tracker or something, and he can give you the roll. Chronic flip reset. Saved away by LMC, but maybe not as it rolls slowly in, even if it wasn't going to roll in. Certainly was going to get followed up. Chronic with a nasty solo play yet again. LMC just not getting quite enough on it. Kickoff goal for Team Stealth. Not as many of these, but once again, LMC setting up nice, and Evan playing fast. Did Chronic and Hydro play the first? I think that's what was different. Chronic and Hydro played the first 2v2. Chronic in a solo situation, even with no boost. Extinguish is trying to body LMC out. Really nicely placed shot from Chronic. He was setting up a bounce dribble. Usually you try and take those high, but he makes a really good read on the section of the goal that LMC can actually save and puts it in the toughest spot for him to get to. So nice precision play from Chronic is keeping his team alive with 48 seconds. And once again, the blue team reduces the lead to 1, and Team Stealth, Team Orange takes it back instantly with a kickoff goal. Chronic and Extinguish have Evan in a 2v1 if they can play fast enough. LMC has Extinguish all alone. Nice air dribble from him. Slowed down, though, enough by Extinguish. Chronic not able to set up his dribble. The ball's still headed this other way, I think through unfortunate events of LMC trying to come back on the retreat. Sometimes this director cam picks some weird people. Chronic's just smacking LMC. It should be over. Evan, we want to see a Johnski flick attempt. Is he going to be able to set it up? No, but a nice play from him. Wave dash shot to bounce this one up to get a 7th. Nice. Holy cow. What a shot to wave dash and get up as fast as he did to put on that 7th shot. It is going to be GG's for Team Chronic as Stealth takes it in 5.